Okay, well, it's Saturday. I'm trying to put a video up for everybody out there I promise you, or try to promise you that if I can get around at all on Saturdays to get something up, I would. So today is my day. Well, I tell you, I had a pretty good week this week. My daughter came up to visit. I was pretty happy with that. So was my pup and my cat. They love her as well as me. And I'm glad they're happy that their family has put up with letting me borrow my daughter back once in a while. It's a wonderful family out there, and I appreciate their sacrifices that they've done for me during this time of sorrow. And obviously, it's been a time of sorrow for all my kids and myself. I wanted to let you know it was a little better week because we were able to talk and get some things taken care of. And it's always wonderful to see family anyway. Most of you know what I'm talking about. At least I hope you do. I'm just blessed with having a family that's willing to take time out of their day or the week or the days to make mine better. I want to thank them so much. Now, part of my video is I happened to notice a video I'd like to make some remarks on. Okay, Mr. Volpe and Luthmann, as you know, are reporters. They have a channel of their own. They're doing a lot of different things out there, different social medias. They are reporters. Let me read you this one here. The FBI is involved. Complaint raises legal heat on YouTube star Jeremy Hales. So now let's find out what it's about. By the way, I'm going to try to give you a link to this particular video because I don't want to give you the whole video. What I want to do is make sure that they get credit for everything that's on here. Let's see what to say here. The FBI is involved, knowingly served the wrong man and lie. Wake the feds. Jeremy Hales. Okay, this is what was put up. The FBI is involved, knowingly served the wrong man and lie. Wake the fields. Jeremy Hales built an online empire by turning drama into clicks. When he sued critics in federal court, he bragged about serving defendant Richard Luthmann several times. Investigative journalist Michael Volpe found that Hales got sloppy and served the wrong Richard Luthmann. What they're talking about is Richard Luthmann is junior. Okay, I'm a junior. My legal name has junior on it, as well as what Richard's does. And his dad's legal name has senior on there because, hey, the child has the same name as him. It's identical. In other words, any people that serve summons, which was served here in this case, should or would know that. And in fact, the attorney, Shockett, in my opinion, knows it because documentation shows it. What more can I say? The bungled stunt triggered more than ridicule. Luthmann's father, a retired pharmacist, was the man who received the bogus service. Now, you all know what bogus means, so I don't need to go into any explanations there. According to electronic records, Luthmann Sr. filed an Internet Crime Complaint Center IC3 report and sent a formal letter to the FBI demanding an investigation. The elder Luthmann has also begun reaching out to the state and federal authorities, including U.S. senators, who control federal judicial oversight and appointments. If I can't straighten it out, sonny boy, I know who can, Luthmann Sr. said. They may have stepped on the wrong toe here when they, in their antics to try to serve a summons, and went to the wrong place. In my opinion, I think they knew it was the wrong place. And they have submitted that they served Luthmann Richard Luthmann, to the courts, federal courts, to Judge Belothi, and he has issued a response to it of having received that. And now it is a matter of court record that Richard Luthmann, it doesn't say Richard Luthmann was, Jr. was served. It says Richard Luthmann was served. It just so happens it's the wrong one. I don't know how anything could get so sloppy. The other thing is, I'm not sure what all happened there because, in my opinion, I thought this judge was a lot more intelligent than to fall for something like that. Now, maybe it was just shoved in front of him by a law clerk. I have no idea. I don't know how that office works up there. I can have an opinion, I guess. Well, maybe. It seems to me I got sued because of my opinion. I hate to see a judge fall into a trap that somebody has set for him because he would have no reason to disbelief if he was submitted a legal document by a attorney to not believe it was not the truth. But we all know there's a difference between junior and senior. I'm beginning to wonder if the judge looked at the full name there, because the name on there doesn't even have the middle name. It's a first and last name, and that's it. So, getting back to this, and I'm going to go on down here. It says Hales has weaponized lawsuits, social media, and YouTube theatrics, not for justice but for profit. Luthmann Sr. charged. Okay, what I'm reading is a quote from Luthmann Sr. He goes on to say, he says the stunt staged to create drama for Hales' channel, What the Hales, turning senior citizens into unwilling extras in a phony courtroom circus. There again, this is his opinion, and I'm trying to give you what an opinion was of another person on here. It goes on to say, Jeremy Hales and his lawyer knew on August 4th that service was no good. I believe they're looking for my son, not me. Who knows? If the judge wants me to call the senators and governor to protect the elderly, I will. Because the courts aren't doing a very good job, Luthmann Sr. said, waving his cane. I want to remind you, this guy is retired. He was a pharmacist. He's retired from that calling and now trying to enjoy his retirement itself. And he's being used like a middleman for a summons that was meant for his son, not him. And this wasn't one-off, Luthmann Sr. pointing to Iowa retiree Raymond Bone Crusher as another target showing what he called a pattern of antagonizing and public belittling seniors to pump up clicks, outrage, and add revenue. Ray Bone Crusher does a show out of his garage. Matter of fact, it's his garage. He's talking about me. For less than 10,000 followers. Hale's legal claims against the octogenarian, he said that Hales wasn't being very nice. Or this was with a federal lawsuit. We shit you not. It's all part of Jeremy Hale's dishonest and elderly exploiting business model. Ruin the lives of the innocent and waste scarce judicial resources to monetize on clicks, social media content. For Luthmann Sr., it's a part of a bigger scam. Just as President Trump cautioned, Hales and others like him are exploiting the legal system and the internet to agitate, inflame, and enrich themselves at the expense of ordinary Americans, he told the FBI. So, at the end of this thing in the description, I'm going to put that link for that so you can go see it. I don't want to go through everything that was on here because it's not my article. It belongs to Luthmann and Volpe. They did all the hard work, and I'm not going to take credit for it, but I am happy they put it out there. In my opinion, pretty much mirrors what they're saying on here at this time. They seem to, well, I mean, it's factual as far as from what I can see on here. They actually have the documentation of the summons itself, the interaction of what happened. They go on to discuss in there everything surrounding this case. They take shots at the lawyer, and Jeremy Hale's on here expressing their opinions on it. Then you can follow through on the different documents and see them for yourself. And that's better than me just explaining to them. And I don't have their permission to take the documents off from their channel and put them on mine at this time. But like I say, I would rather you go to their channel and let them get credit for it. And that's about all I've got to say about it. All of you know that I plan, or will more than likely plan, to sometime in the near future get a lawyer. Along with that, I'm going to ask that people help me out if they can. Mr. Hales has a GoFundMe just for that purpose, for his legal expenses. He's also put up an address for his lawyer so you can pay him direct. Along with that, on his whatnot sales, he mentions it multiple times, and get people to bid on his products. He claims he needs this finances so he can fight these court battles. And in fact, apparently he has about 19 people out there on open cases at this moment. And maybe it's more, because I know last week I seen an article where he is suing the state's attorney in Levy County, or somebody that works with the state's attorney's office, let's put it that way. I'm surprised, but then I guess maybe it generates money. My opinion at that point is kind of a mixed bag of it's hard to sue the government. And I guess from when I look at it, I can see the reasons why the attorney didn't get involved in any kind of a lawsuit earlier, but maybe there's something going on there I don't know about. If he is already involved in a investigation that's going on, or maybe there's some charges going to be filed against some of the video players out there, the people that have these channels, it might be that they've been keeping very quiet up to this point so that they can continue with that investigation. You know, and that's only speculation on my part. I don't have any proof thereof, or I know I've heard the different channels talk about there's an investigation going on, and some people are having trouble getting anything about it. My understanding is you can't do a FOIA on a active investigation, so I'm assuming it's still active. We'll find out. You know, the day will come when somebody's going to come out firing with more on the court cases. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot. I expressed my opinion again. I'm sure this channel will light up tomorrow. The live shows will just go out there. And of course, they're going to ask for money. They do. Come on, let's face it. They're making out pretty good following this trail from the Otter Creek drama of neighbor dispute. You know it, and I know it. If I do ask for help, it's because I honestly will need it. I don't have a big channel. I'm not rich. I'm not a millionaire. All I have are the rights given to me by the United States Constitution. I'm a citizen of the United States. I've done my part. I've done everything I can to be a good citizen. My opinion apparently wasn't very well liked, and that's why I'm being sued. Is it against the law? Obviously, I believe that what I said is guaranteed by the Constitution. A lot of you have come on there and disagreed with me, and that's your opinion, but I'm not suing you over your opinion. I'm just being sued over mine. You see the difference? Now, if you come out there and tell complete lies, which a lot of you have, because you repeated something that was an untruth. So it's a lie. I'm telling you, you get it straight from the horse's mouth, or my mouth as it is, that I'm not guilty of the things that I'm being accused of. What I do have is an opinion of what should be in our society. And I would say the Constitution agrees with that. We're going to find out. With the people that sub to my channel, with your help, we'll put this back on an equal basis again. Like I say, the one that's suing me, he is picking up money off the internet, off from his subscribers. And he has, just a few more than I do. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, he has more than 730,000 more than I do. I'm just a small channel. In today's world, if you have money and you go into civil litigation, you have more chances of winning because you can afford lawyers and all kinds of stuff. You can afford investigators to go out and make truth out of whatever it is out there. If you're on the lower scale financially, well, you don't have those advantages. And the court, because it's a civil rather than a criminal court, you're not guaranteed legal representation. That's the way it works, folks. So the rich can sue the poor and make them an indentured servant. You know what that is? That's somebody that works for somebody else over a monetary debt. Yeah. So, and you're saying, well, but that's not a servant because it's against the law. Well, it is, if you call it that. Yeah. But what happens in reality if that's what's happening? You see, in a court system, if you don't have any money, but you have avenue for getting some money, a little bit, they take a piece of it until whatever is decided, whatever they feel is fair, is returned to them. Don't matter whether it's real or not, but you could end up bankrupt for the rest of your life. I think about this a little bit. So the rest of my life, I'm going to be working to pay off a debt that I didn't accumulate, but because I didn't have the money to fight it, I didn't have the lawyer, the finances. I'm not a millionaire. So what chance would you stand in a court of law? You can't be represented by a lawyer because you can't pay him. What happens? Well, let's not find out. Let's get together and figure out how we can finance this deal. And I know that all the accumulation of everybody out there, from all the channels that follow the different people within this lawsuit, there's 11 people in the lawsuit, there's still less money there than what one person holds that's doing the lawsuit in the first place. All we can do is try to do the best we can with what little we have and hope that we can get a lawyer that will truly represent us and be a good lawyer in the court system and be able to get us through the other side and get us our constitutional rights back. With that, I'm going to let you go. It's a great Saturday. My daughter just went home a few hours ago. She did text me and say that she got there. Hiya, sweetheart. I'm glad you spent the week with me. You're certainly one of my big fans, that's for sure. Your mother would be proud of you, and you know she always was before anyway. She was proud of all of our children, so I shouldn't just call one out, but we were lucky enough to have a good family. You know, kids out there, they all stand on their own 2 feet and doing the best they can, and they've all had their rough times and got through them. And I am so proud of everything that they've accomplished and done in their lifetime to get to the point of the citizens that they are today. Some of them had rougher roads than others, but they got there. Our nation made it so that you can, with perseverance and the constitutional rights, you can make something of yourself. It may take a long time to get there, but you will. You have to have that grit. And my children were born with grit, and so I'm so happy for them. With that, I'm going to get off today, and I want to thank everybody out there for following my channel and help me grow it. Subscribe, if you will. Give me a thumbs up, if you will. Spread the word, if you will. And I'll see you next Saturday or before. Hopefully I have something to talk about next Saturday. As it is, Luthmann and Volpe gave me something to look at. I will put the thing down below here so that you can get on one of their channels and you can see what I was looking at. Okay? Well, have a great weekend out there. And thank you so much for coming in and listening to me. Thank you for all the prayers for the last few months that you've done for me. And also the well wishes that you're still doing and prayers that you're doing. Help me get over this rough spot. This week has been one of my better weeks because my family made it better for me. There's rough spots in there, and I realize there's a lot of things. It's a new experience for me, and as time goes on, I'm going to hit new things or new lows, and hopefully there's enough highs in there to offset them. And thank you for your patience and listening to this all the way to the end. Thank you so much. You mean a lot to me. Remember, I love my subscribers. They are not subjects. I don't lord over any of you. And I hope none of you ever think I'm talking down to you in any way or any shape or anything like that. That's not in me. It's not. I've been accused different times, but it's not how I feel. I really love all of you out there for what you are. You come back and visit. You're always welcome to Ray's Garage. And with that, I'll see you later.